Hi everyone, and thanks for joining us. In this short video, you'll see a highlight from our live webinar recorded this summer featuring an AI agent in action.
Now, let's take a look at the daily life of an example as me as the pricing analyst. And here, what we're going to do is we're going to determine how close to qualifying for the next discount level or tiered pricing that some of our accounts may be. So typically what I'll do is I would have to gather all this order history data, create some filters, and then map that information into a report. And here I can just simply ask the N28 agent which accounts are close to the next pricing tier. So we can see that we have 3 accounts that are very close. So what it does, it basically says when we say close, it's within 10% of the next tier level or discount level. And you can see Regional Medical Center is basically very close to the next tier. And as we discussed, the process was very inefficient, having to manually compile historical order data to confirm the tier eligibility. And then we have all this information, but oh wait, looks like we also have a PO that we received from Regional Medical Center. So why don't we go ahead and process that? We're going to first validate this PO. So why don't we go ahead and pull up the PO so we can take a look at it. We're going to upload it and take that purchase order and enter in all that information. And as we go here, we see that we have an inaccurate pricing. Now, that's great news because then the agent was able to really identify that the pricing was incorrect in this purchase order. But now from an overall perspective, we can actually automate through an agent more of the purchase order validation and follow-up process with a billing contact. But for the sake of this demo, we are going to just do a slightly more manual way. So after validation, let's go and reach out to the billing contact and get the new updated purchase order. And let's go ahead and upload the new purchase order that we received. We'll just do the same prompt. I want to validate a PO. And now we can see that the pricing is accurate. So there we have it. So that's nice. And then now what we're going to do is now that we have the validated PO, I'm going to have our agent draft an order on my behalf. So yes, please, let's go ahead and create the order. And as we bring up the screen, you'll now see that we do have an order and draft status. So let's go ahead and look at that in a little bit more detail. And you can see there, we have all the products in place. And simply, I just need to verify, and let's go ahead and activate the order. Order complete. So now what we can do is we can ask about tier change eligibility. And again, this could be automated depending on your business rules and needs. But let's go ahead and ask the agent to recommend pricing changes for this account. If you saw before, it was on tier 1. Now it's recommending, now that they've reached the threshold of past 3 million with this last order, we're going to go ahead and go to tier 2. Again, if you have a certain approval workflow, we can incorporate that in there. But in this case, me as a pricing analyst, I'm just going to go ahead and approve it. And there you have it. And then let's go ahead and see if we can refresh the screen. And it should say that they are now in tier 2, as you can see at the left.
Well, that wraps up our highlighted pricing and order agent demo. Now you can increase team member productivity with AI that is efficient, accurate, and hassle-free. Try it today with N28 Technologies. And thanks for watching.